Okay, seems like we should be good. I've checked my microphone and it is in fact on. I think. Okay, seems like... Alright, I heard myself. Let's go. Hello everyone and welcome to the next Easy to Watch campaign. Today we're doing Drazhoath the Ashen. So let's go ahead and go into it. As always, going to go over the settings very quickly. Same difficulty level as usual. I'm not going to do an endgame scenario this time because I just did a long campaign to really show off the Chaos Dwarfs in late game. So this is just going to be a normal Immortal Empires campaign. And let's get into it. Okay. Apparently Drazhoath is exiled from something. I don't know what. Okay. So, increased mobility, that's going to be really important. First thing to start, we're going to do some quality of life stuff. Make everybody walk faster. Because otherwise it's going to be pretty painful just waiting around. Sometimes I do this on fastest, but I don't think it's very easy to see. So I mostly do that when I'm replaying campaigns. Let's have a look at the general situation. Actually, before tech, what do we need to do? We need to destroy Clan Rectus and the Knights of Caledor. So right away there's a huge difference from asDrazhoath, which is the factions that Drazhoath needs to destroy are right here. asDrazhoath, they were more spread out. For the longer victory condition, once again, it's Karazakrak, Karakadrin, and Grimgor's Ardboys. Which makes sense, because Grimgor, at the very least, is going to attack us right away. And Grimgor, later on, will expand over here. But for now, it seems Grimgor is further in the north. So we don't have to worry about Grimgor at this exact moment. Let's look at our buildings. I'm going to play a little bit differently from the asDrazhoath campaign, so if you haven't seen that, you might want to check it out. This time, I'm going to be saving my Conclave influence to really push the towers to high tier, because I want to see what that feels like, and that means we're going to get higher tier units faster, and it also means we're going to have fewer settlements to actually manage. Now, this first building is pretty important. I don't really need a guardhouse right away because my army is right here. So I think the best thing to do is actually going to be movement range. That's going to let me really advance and hopefully clear out this province as soon as possible. Okay, Drazhoath starts with some laborers. Fireglaves, this is a unit that I did not use last time. It's a hybrid infantry, lots of armor, really high leadership, and pretty decent missile strength. One unit of blunderbusses and Kadai Fireborn, which is excellent. For Drazhoath, what is he really good at? Well, we'll figure that out as we go along. First battle, I could auto-resolve, but I want to take a look at these units. This is typically what I do when I start a new campaign, is I always manually resolve the first battle if it's my first time playing it, because I want to see what the army fights like and ideally put myself in a good position going forward. That is more important on higher difficulty levels, where every unit really counts. I could probably auto-resolve here, but I want to see these units, especially the Fireglaves and Drazhoath himself. Okay, 50 power reserve, quite a bit. This Infernal Castellan doesn't seem to have any abilities, it's just basic ranged. And Fireglaves have a bit higher range than the blunderbusses. Now I know that my enemy here has cavalry, so I want to go ideally someplace I couldn't be flanked. This seems pretty good because there's a pit right here. So Fireglaves in the back because they have longer range, then the blunderbusses, then our laborer line, and the Kadai Fireborn will be here to watch out for any flanks. We'll have the hero and Drazhoath himself. Let's get started. What do we have? Burning Wrath, that's the standard lore of a basic spell, and Dark Subjugation. This is a really nice one for single entities, but it doesn't help that much against units en masse. But I am going to move him forward. It looks like... Okay, they are moving forward at me. We got Grizzguts, some Error Boys. The most annoying units are going to be probably these archers. This was a hard lesson that I learned in the late game with asDrazhoath, which is that the Chaos Dwarf ranged units are not especially tanky. Even though their stats make them look like they should be tanky, I did not find that to be the case. And amazingly, we have Dreadquake Battery to start. That's huge. So as soon as this army closes, we're going to be able to bombard them, and it's going to be really, really good. Now, one thing I did neglect is that the cavalry can just come over here, because that wasn't actually the edge of the map, it was just the edge of the deployment zone. So that feels a little silly, but maybe it'll be fine. If you notice, I'm spreading out the damage because the Burning Wrath ability also makes a small vortex afterwards, and I wanted to hit as many units as possible. It's not a big vortex, but it's not a straight magic missile. Let's just appreciate these Kadai Fireborn. Absolutely sick looking units. Some of my favorite of the Chaos Dwarfs. Now these Black Orcs are going to be a problem. They don't seem to have any particular spell or magic resistance, which is good, but you can see they kind of don't die to this basic Burning Wrath spell, so it's better to attack the boys with it. Now we're going to see how these Fireglaves perform. Pretty well. This is quite a bit of damage. These Wolf Riders have absolutely no chance against the Fireborn, and we've got some spears. We'll go ahead and bombard the Orc Error Boys, just because it's a little annoying to get our lines over there. I don't think I want to fight these Black Orcs directly with the Kadai. Oh, that was amazing. That was so good. I'm just going to let the Black Orcs and the War Boss walk around. They can spend as much time as they want chasing these Fireborn. And now I'm going to go group up once again and just let my ranged units take out these Black Orcs. And I'll have Drazhoath himself deal with Grizzguts here. I could just fight this, but I really want to see the damage of the fire glaives. The damage is looking really, really good. I'll go ahead and give that guy minus leadership. Hopefully that makes him rout. Alright, it's time to turn and fight. Oh, and of course, I have skirmish mode on. Hold up. Default skirmish mode off. There we go. I dealt with that the whole last campaign and I'm over it. Those Black Orcs should break any second. Pretty pleased with the Fireglaive attack. As opposed to the blunderbusses, they have less missile strength, but they do flaming attacks, so that's pretty good. I'm not going to bother chasing stuff down, but I am going to let my ranged units just expend ammunition. Okay. Alright, now this is important early on. I think my focus on labor in the last campaign worked out very well, so I am going to do that once again. Drazhoath, or he says Drazhoath. That's interesting. This army's plenty strong, so I'm going to do Route Marcher first to help me get to different stuff and increase mobility. I want this army to be able to get where it's going quickly. Now, another change from last game, or from the last campaign, I'm going to be really focused on raw materials. I sort of flip-flopped between raw materials and factories before, and I was really low on raw materials for, I would say, the majority of the game. I was really low. So I want to have a stronger start. Gonna get the Chaos Dwarfs that we can, and Orc Laborers are slightly stronger. Remember, one of the goals of this campaign is gonna have higher tier units. And sorcery is good. I think I'm gonna get labor quotas because I want more labor early on. And I'm not even going to worry about the Hellforge right now, because it's going to take a while for us to even get to the point where it's worth. Okay. Apparently there's a new feature here, which is pretty cool. A campaign search. I'm not going to worry about that right now, but it's worth noting. Now, even with the bonuses to my campaign movement, I can't reach Darkhold this turn, so I'm going to stop right here, still in my territory, which will let me get some more laborers. I can't increase mobility again, and I'm planning to mostly use this guy in combat, so I'll go ahead and add one of these. Let me just confirm, do they only have one settlement left? Yes, they do. So next turn we'll be able to deal with that. Can't build anything, so next turn. Alright, we've gotten labor quotas. Let's take a look at the next thing. We're not close to any ports, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. I'm not trading, so now's not the time. Campaign line of sight seems pretty good, and control. Although on this difficulty, you typically don't have control issues. And I have two options. I can take Darkhold now, and have to chase down this army later, or I can kill the army now and take Darkhold next turn. I think because of the commandment, it's better to take Darkhold now. Although there is something to be said for not wanting to be annoyed and having to chase stuff down. Running pretty low on money already. Killing fire, what does that do? Direct damage. Oh, so it turns him into a mortis engine every time he casts a spell. That's very strong. Darkhold, I definitely think that minus construction cost is going to be the best thing. And I'm keeping a lot of my labor because I want to be able to use rush construction more. That costs 500 labor. I don't know how much I have because you need to have... Oh, here we go. I have almost 700. You need to have 2 provinces before you can go into labor management. And I don't yet. That should be it for the turn. Where do I want to go next? Clan Rictus is to the north. Knights of Caledor to the south. I think Clan Rictus is the way to go first because they're going to be pretty annoying. Also, we can take out the Moon Howlers pretty quickly. So we're going to go north and take out the Skaven, and then we'll come back south and deal with the elves. And Muzg has come to die. Alright, so that deals with that faction. I didn't, in fact, have to chase them down. And that's something that I've noticed in Total War Warhammer 3, is if you take the last settlement, a lot of times the AI will just come try to take you out. And I'm not quite able to get to Mount Greyhag, so I'm going to do the same maneuver as before, which is to get close to there, and then recruit... Well, actually, before I do that, can I get another increased mobility? No, I can't. Okay. And no more mobility here. What does Curse of Ashut do? Dark Subjugation... Yeah, I like Ash Storm. Yeah, so I don't have a way to increase my movement range, so we'll go ahead and get some more laborers. And I'm getting orcs instead of goblins, just because I like orcs better. No other reason. Control is looking pretty bad because we have a high labor population. I'm not too worried about it because worst case scenario, we can always set an example and we'll get a lot more control after that. So that should be it for this turn. All right, here we go. We'll go ahead and just take these guys out. They have one settlement and a small army, so there's no reason to keep them alive. And now we see Tretch. I'm going to go ahead and say, get the hell out of here, Tretch. And if he doesn't, then he will die. And that'll be very fun. One thing that... Oh, actually I'm going to get increased mobility too. One thing that is non-obvious is that Drazhoath the Ashen, part of this Ash Storm is weakness to fire damage, and I actually have a unit, 2 units even, that do fire damage. So it doesn't just help with spells, it helps with their attacks. Pandemic preparations, that's not great, but I'm wondering if it's worth it to get some of these. I think it's worth it to get, yeah, to get +2 control and +10% casualties. Because I want to make sure that I have enough labor so that I can do sacrifices to get Conclave influence. Speaking of which, I need 400 and I have 700. So we'll go ahead and make some sacrifices there. That will help with public order as well. Alright, now what I should have done last turn is gotten some more laborers, but I didn't think of it until after I hit end turn, so you know, what can you do? We need 700 labor now, which means it's time to fight. Can I build anything? Yes, I can. This gets me even more raw materials. You'll love to see it. And this here, I do want both of the unique buildings, so I'm going to wait and leave that unbuilt. Yeah. Now, I believe Clan Rictus, if we look at the diplomacy, yeah, they only have 2 settlements. And I'd rather deal with the Skaven when they're really small because they're just so damn hard to find later on. And I am going to declare war. And I believe this is an auto-resolve win. Yes, it is. And I don't even lose anything. It's a tower, so I'm going to use Conclave Influence, as was my plan, in order to get at higher tier right away. Hobgoblins are good, but I want to get this in a minor settlement, so I'm going to actually get rid of that for now. And I do want the guardhouse in my tower. I want to get those high tier as fast as possible. I could get Unyielding Command, but what I'd really like to do is get to the higher damage spells later on. particularly Flames of Asgore. So I think I'm going to do... direct damage could be useful. I'm going to get them all eventually. So I'll get the variety of spells for now, just in case it's more useful later on. I'll just keep getting more ammunition for that guy. And now I can get Hobgoblin Sneaky Gets. Actually, those are quite good. I'm going to change my mind here and keep that, because I do want some better units. And I don't have enough surplus to do any sacrifices right now, but that's okay. That should be good for that turn. Okay, if I win 8 battles, I get the Graven Scepter. That seems very good. And I believe if we go to Mount Silver Spear here, that should be the last of the Skaven. Auto-resolve. Occupy. I'm going to do it as a factory, because that lets me get the Hobgoblins here. Actually, I guess you can get the Hobgoblins. Yeah, it has to be there. So I'm going to get rid of that, because I'll get it again next turn. And I believe Clan Rictus is done. Alright. So that was quick. We've already gotten one of the victory conditions done. Now we're going to sprint on down here to the Knights of Caledor. Definitely want the construction situation going on. And at long last, I can get the Flames of Asgore. That does a lot of damage in a bombardment. Yeah. Looking forward to that. And I'll get one more set to get a full stack. And now I'm at 50% because I need labor there. That will help me a little bit, but I really do need to be fighting pretty quick here. Pretty quick indeed. What does this do? Casualty replenishment rank. Once again, I am going to go for movement range because I'm needing to go north-south quickly. And I want to make sure that I can get to my victory conditions before, basically before the elves have time to prepare for my army. What do you want, Thunder Guts? Declare war. Okay, so we have another enemy in the south to deal with. That's not a problem because we're already going over there. I don't know how strong Thunder Guts is right now. I will find out in the diplomacy screen right after this. Okay, maintain 3 of those units. That'll get me Gorda's Backstabber, which is really, really good. So I want to get more Hobgoblins over time. And now it's time for the long walk to the south. And let's see. We'll increase that. And get that. And I am going to start prioritizing Hobgoblins. Shit. I actually can't afford that. Whoops. So I sort of wasted that. But it's fine. So in that case, since I'm not recruiting, I will do a force march. Because I do need to get over here, deal with these guys, and then I can go here to Calidor. Let's see. They're rank 196, so we're a bit stronger, and the Knights of Calidor are rank 45. So they're much stronger than us for now. Okay, here we go. Labor situation is looking pretty bad because we haven't been able to fight. So that's pretty unfortunate. This is the downside of moving north instead of south, but there wasn't really much to do about it. I'm going to go ahead and get missile resistance, just in case. And I do have enough money, but I don't have a way to get hobgoblins here, so it's back to force march. I shouldn't have disbanded that other unit, but that is okay. You live and learn. Howling Wastes. Control +2 is good, but I don't know if I need it. So I'm going to go ahead and... wait, that takes a lot of money, and that takes a lot of money. So I really do need more money. So I will get the more money building over here. And that should be it for that turn. Alright, we got that upgrade, and now only 2 more turns before we can finally fight again and fix this labor issue. New convoy contracts. I forgot about the convoy system. That's pretty annoying. Let's see. I think the problem is we need both money and labor, so I'm going to go for labor first, because I think labor is the more important resource if you have to pick one. Although obviously you want to have both, but we don't have that option at this point. Okay, so there's Ruins End Camp, Ruins End, and Pig Barter, and it's sort of counterintuitive, but it's actually better to attack their camp, because their camp gives the Ogre Kingdoms a lot of bonuses that their settlements don't. So even though I obviously want the settlements, in terms of eliminating this enemy, the camp has got to be the next target, if we can reach it. If not, I'll just go Ruins End and then the camp, and that'll be fine. Numbers are superior. No point in replenishing because they haven't fought yet. Okay. Now that is unfortunate. I can't actually reach either of them. So I am going to go for the camp. That'll at least get ready to get that next turn. 3,300. That will help with more money. That will get me more raw materials, of which I have plenty. So I'm going to focus on the income for now. And yeah, the labor situation is pretty rough. Pretty rough indeed. But that's okay. On to the next turn. Okay, successfully got the quest, which means we got Gorda's Backstabber. Really, really useful hero. Which will buff my 3 hobgoblins. Please give me labor. It's only 20, but my god, it'll help a little. Wait, actually, we have 100% labor now. How did that happen? I guess we got labor from the quest, which is fine with me. I'm good with it, not going to question. Next, I want magical reserves. And as for you, replenish troops. Because my replenishment's really bad. Obviously, it doesn't matter in foreign territory, but it will matter at some point. And still cannot afford that. So there you go. Next turn. Thunderguts wants peace. I say no peace because I'm way stronger. So there's no reason to accept a peace. Tepok Spawn is attacking. Now that is an issue because that's going to pull us further away from the Knights of Caledor, who we actually want to be fighting. I'm going to check how strong they are. If I can kill them quickly, I will. But I sort of want to not fight that. And we'll go ahead and occupy as a factory, because we have a lot of raw materials right now. We're doing fine on that. Please give me another increased mobility. I can't quite yet. Explosive. Wow. Higher ranged and magical attacks. Sundering attacks. Explosive damage is pretty good. Stalk, Cinderblast. Dig in upgraded. Flash Bomb, Blast Protection. Man, I didn't even see that. I think Hellforged Bolts is going to be better. And as for you, I'm going to go ahead and increase combat effectiveness because I do want to be fighting with that hero as frequently as possible. We've got money. Do we have money for this yet? No. No. We'll go ahead and pop one of those. And don't have money for that. Raw materials output plus 10%. Let's start with the armaments, because we really don't have very many of them. And I am focusing, as I said, on raw materials, but we had an excess of like 3,000. So I think we can do a little bit in the way of armaments. And last thing before the turn ends, Tepok Spawn has literally one settlement and they're super weak. And it looks like Kugath is about to murder them. So I'm going to totally ignore them. On to the next turn. Okay, we can either bribe the leaders for +10 or Chaos Divided Corruption +10. I think Control +10 is better. I really don't know. No, let's do Chaos Corruption because we're not too worried about Control right now. Yeah, that's probably fine. Although I'm not sure what Chaos Corruption does for us. I could have used the Underway Stance to be immune to attrition. That would have been a good idea, but I didn't realize that there would be attrition. It looks like I just got a weapon. So I will give my lord the better weapon. And you can... No, actually, I'm going to have the legendary hero get... Oh, he's already got a good weapon. Alright, you get the ever-changing blade. Wait. What? Oh, they're all assigned. Never mind. Okay. I'm being silly. So we just got that. Higher quotas is good. Cooldown for Lore of Metal, but we don't have Lore of Metal. I would like 10% Conclave influence. And immunity to attrition would be good, but that doesn't super matter. I guess we'll go up to here because we want to get these. 1800, still cannot afford anything there. And this is for my caravan or my convoy. So now I want... I don't have enough armaments to send anywhere, so I guess we're not doing a new convoy this turn. Okay. Now a simple walk to pig barter, auto resolve, use the conclave influence we have, and now same thing. I want movement range. I want to be able to get Drazhoath over here as quickly as possible to the Knights of Caledor. And of course I want to be able to do more damage. Please give me +3 increased mobility. Fantastic. And as for you, I want to keep you alive, so we'll go elusive. Now let's see if there's anything to build. More armaments. Don't mind if I do. And this is still money, so I won't worry about that. But what I can do is get hobgoblins. So I'm going to get rid of those. And I'll get 1 unit of hobgoblins. I don't remember why I needed the hobgoblins. Why did I need those? Oh, I don't. That was for Gordas. Well, that's fine. Now it's just win 4 more battles. Commandment, of course, we want to keep doing the construction one. Convoy dispatch. Create new convoy. There we go. And I do want some gold. I only have 100 armaments, so that's what I will send. Okay, we're back. Strength through pain. Absolutely, I want that. 2,000 experience per unit. That's going to make them all insane. Alright, so now we just need to go to the Knights of Caledor. The closest way is there, and I don't want to declare war yet. Oh, what is coming? It is coming. Howling Wastes. I can't do that. I'm just going to save my money. Let's take a look here. I have... Actually, let's go ahead and sell that labor. Which will mean... I didn't make use of that much in the last campaign. I don't have enough, but I can next turn. And I'll get raw materials. Raw materials are not the name of the game, but they're pretty good. And that should be it for the turn. Okay, we're back. We can have one more turn here. So that will finish up our casualty replenishment rate. Definitely want next round of replenished troops. And we now need so much labor that we're actually not fully efficient, which is crazy. Now, this is the most developed settlement, or the most developed province, so I'm upgrading that first. Don't have money. Now I can look here. I definitely do want the money more than raw materials, because I'm getting plenty of raw materials. So that will wait. This is 4,500, that's 5,400. I really could use some money.
I'm total ruination.
Clan Verms. Give me money.
Good, yes. 13th Empire.
Okay, at least I don't have to worry about a random Skaven clan attacking me from underground. So next turn I will finally be able to get the Marble Quarry. And I need to think about what I want to do. We're equal strength-ish with the Knights of Caledor. We'll see where Imric ends up next turn. Okay, I don't want to spend money because at long last I will get... Oh my god, it's not high enough tier. Oh no. I should have built something there a while ago. That is very embarrassing. Now this port is close enough to enemies that I will... Yeah, I'll build some walls. Knights of Caledor, I don't know where Imric went. They have 4 settlements. So 1, 2, 3, And there's somewhere else. Well, I'm going to go for the army that I see. Because I want as few armies as possible to counterattack my own territory. And it's a tower, conveniently enough. I'll continue to get treasury. I'm not as focused on Conclave Influence this game, I just want to have stuff. We'll do Hellhammer. More damage is always good. And I don't... Ooh, boost income is good. Yeah, I'm gonna do boost income. That won't make a huge difference, but it will make a difference. So now hobgoblins are gonna be better. Let's do I want more money? I want to be able to produce hobgoblins here. Ideally, I could build them in every province, just because Gorda's Backstabber makes them so strong. There we go. There's Imric. Okay, so we see all of Knights of Caledor. If we can kill them in the next few turns, we will be done with most of the short campaign victory conditions already. Okay, I don't care about the Tower Czar. I got Bones of the Maw, which is cool. Killed 3,000 enemies in battle. I can do that. Okay. So now decision time. I can go up here and risk Latania attacking Darkhold, or I can break the power of the Knights of Caledor permanently. I don't think there's much of a choice. I think we go for Imric. We might have to fight this one manually. No, we don't. Incredible. We'll do his outpost. Okay. So now it's just a question of chasing down that last army. And... oh, that got us 2 levels. Fantastic. Not him, though. He only got 1. This... oh. Yeah, 10% ward save. Are we back? Okay, my internet just randomly died. Sorry about that. Okay. What was I saying? I don't even remember. Once again, I'm going to go for movement range. It's really important that I catch everything and I finish off the Knights of Caledor. I don't even really want to fight Imric again. There's no point. I'm going to assign skill points. Okay, that is for my convoy, so I can do another convoy. Here we go. And do I want money or labor? I think maybe one more time we want money. Soon it will be all labor because we want to get the Conclave influence up eventually. I believe that's it for this turn. What do you want, Skarsnik? Skarsnik wants war. Okay, I guess that's who we're fighting next. One of the benefits of playing Chaos Dwarves is that people hate you, and so they'll declare war on you, and so you don't have to think about who you're fighting next, because you're just already at war with someone. And luckily, because I have that extra 10% movement in each of my provinces, I'll be able to get up to the Crooked Moon territory relatively quickly. Hopefully I don't lose settlements, but we'll have to see. And I don't quite make it to Bone Gulch in one turn. That is unfortunate, but there's not too much to do about it right now. I have decent money. The Hobgoblin upgrade is good, but that's better. Extra raw materials and extra armaments. And it looks like we can afford that as well, so we might as well. Still doing technology, and that should be it for that turn. Going by my own previous logic, I should be attacking Latania first, but because I'm going to go Bone Gulch, Ash Ridge, and then up to Crooked Moon, I don't want to go Ash Ridge, then back down to Bone Gulch, and then all the way back up. So I want my path to be sort of efficient. Latania doesn't have a ton of troops, so I'm not terribly worried. What I can do now is get rid of this Hobgoblin thing and get it here, because it's always better to save the tower slots for stuff that you can't get in the other settlements. I'm very low on resources, but that's okay. I suppose I'll get Earthing, though I'm probably not going to overcast too much, but I am going to get all of the spellcasting things because I do think that that's pretty much the best thing for the Chaos Dwarves. For any spellcaster, I think Zatan the Black is not a spellcaster, but I'm not sure because I haven't played him yet. Alright, end of that turn. Okay, now if possible, I will get Latania. I guess there's an undead thing going on. Can I reach? I barely can't reach the Ash Ridge Mountains. That is so tough. Yeah, I'll just go right next to it. Whatever. And casualty replenishment or income. We'll do income for now. And can't afford both of those. Really running low on raw materials. That's incredible. Some skill points, more cargo capacity, and better scales. Does that mean that I can do a convoy? I can, but I don't have any of them available. So I'm gonna wait because I don't want to have too many convoys that don't send a lot of stuff. Next. Okay. And now I believe this will automatically fight both of them. Another outpost because we're running low on raw materials. And now, if I'm correct, Knights of Caledor is dead. Victory conditions were already well on the way to short victory. Now, I'm going to go for the long victory campaign. We'll see how that goes, I suppose. Because I was able to do it pretty easily with asDrazhoath. Actually, we'll boost income one more time. And as for you... there you go. Commandment available. The build one, of course. And research available. Yeah. We can start focusing on the Conclave influence. Because I'm feeling pretty good about the raw materials. Okay about the armaments. I'm not focusing on them, obviously. And I have here some laborers. And I have extra money. Which means it's time to start disbanding some laborers. And start getting some more hobgoblins, because they're just way better units, so why would I not do that? I wish there were ranged... there are ranged hobgoblin units. I was about to say I wish they were ranged, but they do have ranged ones. And don't have enough for any oh, we do have enough for a sacrifice here. We can start getting Conclave influence because we have a surplus of money. Okay. And now it's time for a full-on sprint up to fight Crooked Moon. I am curious how strong they are. They are very weak and they have lots of territory. So the faster we get up there, the better. Howling Wastes, what can I get? I could start getting advanced units. I'm not going to worry about that yet because we don't have increased capacity for Chaos Dwarf warriors, so it doesn't actually help at all to be able to recruit more of them. Convoy dispatch. Yep, let's get some more labor. Because labor is really how we're going to get most of the influence. And I don't have money to recruit more hobgoblins, so we can force march and get a little bit closer. And I have a mission up there. We're in the following battle with Drazhoath the Ashen's army. I forgot to check on if we can fight that. We'll check next turn. Alright, so it's got the Sword of Cain. We've got a labor issue going on. And the way to fix that, of course, is going to be to fight. That will happen soon. And here we go. Broken teeth, there we go. And once again, have surplus of money, so going to get rid of some more laborers and get some more hobgoblin archers. I'm not the biggest fan of cavalry. You'll notice that I don't get a lot of them in my armies. I just don't enjoy using them much. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice a unit. I'm not sure if that was the right call, but I'm not too worried about it. And there's an army over here. A Warriors of Chaos army. I'm not sure how that happened because I haven't had a rebellion. So I will deal with the army in my own territory first. I wish I was able to deal with Crooked Moon right now, but I just can't, and I don't have the money for a second army. I think. Maybe I do. I'll have to think about that for next turn. Actually, I'm gonna... Am I recruiting right now? There we go. No more laborers, just hobgoblins and dwarfs, and of course my Kadai Fireborn. Alright, Veritas Doomborn is taking mad attrition. Where'd that army go? Did that army just disappear? Alright, I guess that army was a lie. Never mind. Oh, what I was gonna do is check this battle. Yeah, I can't fight this quite yet. But soon. Suppose Plane of Bones needs labor as well. Actually, I have... There you go. A little bit of excess. Plane of Bones. This increases the labor needs. I am having to manage around labor quite a bit. Like, I'd like to get more raw material buildings, but I just don't have the labor to do it. Better scales, convoy dispatch. Yeah. That's almost twice as much labor, but takes almost twice as much time. I'll do the closer one. I think it's better in terms of acceleration to get more resources as fast as possible, because then you can spend them, and you have more resources to get more resources, and it's all good. And we're close to that, so next turn. Caravan of Blue Roses. I will absolutely accept that aggression pact for the pure reason that they are away from Grimgor's Ard Boys, who I need to fight. They're away from Karazakarak, who I need to fight, and they're away from Crooked Moon, who I am currently fighting. So all of my enemies are exactly opposite from the Caravan of Blue Roses. It would be absolutely stupid to refuse a non-aggression pact. No random armies have appeared in my territory again, so that's good. Can't spend money there, but I think there are better uses of the money. And I'm starting to build these outposts because I'm moving away from those locations. My main army isn't here. I'm not as worried about building outposts where Drazhoath is standing. And can't move labor around. Broken Teeth. I could actually go for this later on, but I suspect that
Wapstone? Did you say Wapstone?
well, I'm not sure if they're there.
Yes.
It looks like they're over here. So there must be another...
Chosen.
There must be a different Skaven clan here. So this will be worth going for later on if I have to fight Karak Azul, which I don't think... No, that's not one of my win conditions. Karak Kadrin is, though, and they're way the hell over there. That is an issue for later. What do you want, Kolek? Absolutely, I will trade with you. Kolek Sun Eater just makes deals with the Chaos Dwarfs, and I'm not really sure why, but I'm not going to complain about it. Arborist Sidious just showed up. What a name. It's Chaos Rebel Uprising. I guess other factions are having rebellions, and that's why I keep seeing rebels on my map. They're not actually my rebels, they're just walking over to me. Okay. And we got the Conclave influence plus 10% from all sources. That's really good. Let's see. This gives me extra influence for sacrificing, which is good. Cooldown to Lure of Fire. God, all that stuff is good. We'll get this one first just because we're closer to it, and then we'll move our way up the left. That doesn't help. Ooh, that's pretty good actually. Minus 15% construction cost and minus 1 construction time. I will definitely get that. Construction time is really one of the killers of the Chaos Dwarfs. A lot of their stuff takes a long time. At least it feels like it takes a long time. I could just be imagining things. We're going to deal with Muzz Gutstabba, and then we'll go down here. Okay. So I can get to Mount Gunbad in 2 turns. So I might as well walk. It doesn't make a difference whether I walk or use the underway. Minus 5% for all buildings. That's really good. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get this bottom line. Those are really, really useful. I'm doing this in a way different order than I did before, which is very interesting to me. And I really like campaigns where you can really change the way that you play. One of the best things about Chaos Dwarfs so far is that I'm just can play totally differently, and every way that I'm playing is totally legitimate. Do I have enough labor to get some influence? Yes, I do. That would be 988, so we'll take that. Okay. 215 influence. Let's actually take a look at the Tower of Tsar, because ultimately I don't care too much about getting this, because once I confederate them, then it's all good. But there are certain things that could be useful for now, like 25 armaments per turn and plus 5%. Yeah, don't mind if I do. That to me is one of the ones that's most worth it in that tower. Alright. And this should be an easy auto-resolve in Mount Gunbad. I love having a siege attacker. Now I can occupy this at level 3. So huge. Once again, campaign movement. And I'm going to get my... Oh, I can't get that defensive thing. But the Dreadquake battery is definitely going to be something that I want to get in every single province. I just really love that ability, and it really turns the tide so many times. I'm getting to the point where I can start thinking about advanced units. But I'm not sure if it's more worth it to use that for something else. I think I'm going to wait until I can get it in the Black Fortress, because that's my... Howling Waste is kind of... That's my main place. And so it's going to be the place where it's the least likely that I will lose that investment. We'll go ahead and go here, and that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Labor situation is all good. And we'll get those special ones later. There we go. It says we can still build stuff. That's the advanced, and that's the... Oh, is it this one? Nope, that's the advanced. Okay, next turn. Okay. Only 2 settlements left to deal with for Crooked Moon. They need stabbing. I do want to be focused on... Oh, actually, I'll get Replenished Troops 3 first. I want to focus on those Hobgoblin army upgrades, because that's really what's going to make this be just better and better. Need some more labor, but I don't have a way to get that right now. That takes money, that takes money, that takes money. That takes money, but it's my main thing. And that takes money. Okay, so what I'm going to do here in Mount Gunbad is get the other defensive thing. And can I afford anything else? I can. Plain of Bones. Fortress of Vorag. So I don't want to build an advanced building here, because I'm just not there. It doesn't help me. I'll do casualty replenishment rate just because I have the building space. But it doesn't help for me to get a lot of advanced stuff over there. This is money for raw materials, which is good. This is money for labor, though, which is better. I'm going to send... This is something I haven't used, really, is you can also increase the amount that you send on a caravan or a convoy. Mostly I've lowered it. So I'm definitely going to be making use of that with the excess money that I have right now. Skarsnik is here. I would love to get that defeat trait. Unfortunately, this is probably going to make Thorgrim attack us, which I don't want. What happened to me last turn, or last campaign, is I ended up fighting Karazakarak first before Grimgor's Ardboys, which let Grimgor's Ardboys totally spread over the whole map. I'd rather not have that happen again. But we'll have to see. If Thorgrim attacks, there won't be much choice. Yeah! Why am I hearing goblins screaming? Yep. I'll take the mammoth. And Skarsnik just presenting himself, saying, here, take my defeat trait. And I'm saying, okay, I will take your defeat trait. And get the headdress. This army is starting to get pretty strong, even though it's just hobgoblins. And we'll go over here. That'll give me some more discounts on buildings. My plan for this was to build mostly up, but in practice, it hasn't really been that different. But my resources feel a lot more under control by focusing on building up rather than expanding quickly, which is very strange. Ornery Black Backslider wants to fight. That'll be a pretty easy fight later on. It looks like that's only one settlement. And what I'd love to do is kill that troop, but I can't yet. So actually what I'm going to do, instead of occupying Mount Squighorn, I'm just going to raise it. Because now we won't be adjacent to Thorgrim yet. So maybe he won't declare war right away. Towering Heights. Perfect. And for you, keep getting your unique stuff. There we go. Tier 4 in the Black Fortress. You'll love to see it. And it took me 70 or 80 turns to get a tier 4 tower in the last campaign. So now I am feeling a little bit of a difference in terms of practical differences. And it's not a difference in... not a difference necessarily in the factions, but it is a difference in how I'm playing. So I definitely would recommend playing like this more than what I had been doing. Yeah. Let's start to get some extra warrior capacity. That seems good. And I'm not actually going to equip anything yet because I want to get some production for that stuff first. Luckily, Forgaz and Neck Snapper just landed right in front of us. I don't know why he would do that, but we can go ahead and kill him, move our way up, and then we'll be able to deal with Red Eye. Just slow and steady.
Minu. Legit. Ital Andrengi. Abdarnu Ardugan. Anu.
Okay, and... Are they dead? Yeah, okay. So Skarsnik is dead. Now I can force march. I can get up to Grand Peak pretty soon. Okay. Bloodthirsty Rage, why not? And now I have to think, what is most important to get right now? The tiebreaker for me is always what's my most developed province. And I want to keep developing that.
Drazhoath.
Labor. Wow, we need a lot in Dreadrock Gap. Interesting. Okay, next turn. Hello, Resilief. How are you? I will definitely take that non-aggression pact because Kugath is way the hell away from everybody who I'm fighting and who I want to fight. I like your magical, angry-looking pony profile picture. How's your day going? More interns required? I need so many interns. More interns than a congressional office. Why does it say there's... It says there's a red dot here. I wonder if that's a bug. There might be a Skaven force right there. But I don't care. We're not at war, so it is what it is. I can go to Mount Gunbad, and I'm curious if I can use my extra Chaos Dwarf. No, that takes 2 turns to recruit. A Chibi Elf. Hard to see when the face is seen. Oh, gotcha. Just came back from work. Okay, so you're probably in the US then, if you're working at this time. I'm in the US, I'm in California. What do you do? If you can talk about it. If you're like a secret agent or something, then, you know, I get it. If you'd have to kill me, then don't tell me. Unassign skill points. Just doing the blue lines for the convoys whenever possible. Also, where's your profile picture from? Did you, like, have it commissioned, or... is it from a show or something? You're in Canada, East Coast. Right, there's another country with the same time zones. That's a classic American move right there, forgetting about other countries. Just gonna go cry in embarrassment. Oh, I have no money to do lawyers. You're a clerk in a lawyer's cabinet. Oh, cool. I have a friend who's a lawyer. He worked in whatever the public law for a while, and then wanted to make more money. And he and a coworker became partners and founded their own law firm. It's a gift art pic of your night elf. Cool. That's awesome. I love night elves. When I actually still have Warcraft 3 installed on my computer. I played so much Warcraft 3 as a kid. I never got really into WoW, but I do like the Warcraft lore and all that. Okay. Can I can't afford that. What can I build? More raw materials. It's funny, I feel like I have so many resources, but I just have to spend so many of them. It's crazy. I'm getting to the point where I can afford a second army. So I think... I'm not going to yet, but it's just in my mind that I can get another army. At some point, when I need one. Which is not yet. I appreciate you coming back to the stream. After the first time you came, I was muted. There's another Total War creator who told me that if he stepped into a stream and the person was muted, he just wouldn't bother coming back. Still love the race you used to play, so you use that OC as your face on the internet. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, Occupy is tier 4. Love that. That's really nice. Okay, let's get this defended. And raw materials consumed minus 5%. That seems good. And what's this? Recruitment cost minus 5, so that doesn't actually help with the sort of general thing, but I can get the Chaos Dwarf building, so I can get better troops over here. And let's see, we are Legion. That's good for Iron Sworn and Infernal Guard. Income from cities plus 10% faction wide, that's amazing. Yeah, this is by far the best one. Holy crap. Oh, good. Do you play a lot of Total War? Mostly Warhammer, mostly older games? That's true. You do not have to watch too many videos to catch up to where I am. As a matter of fact, because this is a new campaign, you don't have to watch any videos for this one. But you could watch my whole library of content in like one day. If you didn't sleep, which I don't recommend. Don't do that. I know they're designed to be easy to watch, but go to sleep. That's mostly directed at me. I have an immensely hard time stopping a Total War campaign. I just want to keep playing. The other day I stayed up till like 4 in the morning because I was like, oh, just one more. Oh, let me just do that. Let me do this. Now... Okay, now we actually have to do some strategizing. We could get more factory stuff. Raw materials output plus 10%. Let's see, industry. I'm not too worried about military stuff right now. It's just a question if I'm more worried about industry or conclave influence. I think I'm going to go for conclave influence because I'm trying to build high instead of wide, and that requires conclave influence to settle towers at high tier. You like all Total Wars, but you've been on a quest to play each faction of each game in order. Currently in Rome 2. That's amazing, because I actually was thinking of doing sort of a similar series. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, I played some Shogun on stream because my Warhammer 3 was broken. And then I also played some Medieval 2, or Medieval 1 off stream the other day. And the first game I played was Rome Total War, so I might have to do that because that's just like a throwback for me. Good evening. Hello, Private Mini. Except Medieval and Shogun 1. A bit too old and archaic. Yeah. Yeah. Shogun was also fun because it's a game my dad played. And they actually made it into a board game called Samurai Swords, which we played when I was a kid. So that has a lot of meaning to me, but by far the Total War game with the most meaning is Rome Total War. Because my Warhammer is broken. My brother in Christ, I feel that on a whole nother level. Yeah, so it actually was a funny story. I'll tell you. Damn it. Thorgrim, don't do it. Fuck. Alright, I guess we're fighting Karazakarak. I was gonna go try to deal with Grimgor before he took over the entire, like, side of the world over here. But we're gonna have to fight Karazakarak first. Yeah, so it's a funny story. So I was gonna get an SSD in order to, you know, stream more effectively and have better performance and faster load time and all that. And my girlfriend happened to have a spare one lying around, which somehow I spent like 4 days trying to get this thing to work, and it just would not. And I don't know why, but maybe it's because some of my PC stuff is old, but it just would not work. And I uninstalled and reinstalled Total War Warhammer like 4 times, and then eventually I just said, fuck it, and ordered a new one and plugged it in. It worked right away, but it was like a week of trying to do it, and I had just launched the channel, and I was really wanting to play something on stream. So that is how I ended up in that situation. Sure, dear community, I'll start a playthrough with Tomb Kings Extended as requested. That'll be fun. Yeah, Shogun 1 had the board game. Rome 1 was your first too? Very nice. I wish they had the customized general speeches again. That to me was like peak Total War. Like, and the fact that if you had a better general, it would be a better speech, and if you had a worse general, it'd be like, yeah, we'll get him. It's amazing. Planning to building yourself a new PC soon too. Get yourself a nice SSD. Yeah. I will absolutely take a non-aggression pact because you are away from my main army. Yeah, the SSD is good. I still have an old graphics card. That's my first loss of the campaign right there. Medieval 2 speeches were peak speeches? Oh, I don't know about that. You could be right. I didn't play a lot of Medieval 2. I played like a few turns when I got the Total War collection, and then I went back to... Actually, I don't know what I went back to. Rome 2 Greek general speeches, 10 out of 10. Okay. I'll have to do like a video at some point, which is the best speeches in each game. Because I love those games. Even if I play them off stream, yeah. I probably won't stream all of the old games because that'll take a long time. But, like, it's pretty funny. So I finish, like, I'll finish the stream and then I'll go back to playing Total War. Like, just on my own. Because it's fun. They're good games. You only played Sparta, Athens, and occasionally Troy with a mod for it. Yeah, I am mildly obsessed with Spartans. I have always been interested in them, and I literally have like a full-size replica Spartan shield. If you guys want to see it, I can go get it. It's literally like in the room behind me. So yeah, when I played Rome Total War, I played Sparta quite a bit. Get those phalanxes going on. They're basically tanks, Spartan warriors, with that heavy armor. Okay, we have a shit ton of armaments. I think it's time to start using the Hellforge. Do I have the benefit to Infernal Guard and Infernal Iron Sword yet? No, I don't. I need to get that. Do show the shield. Okay. I I'll go get it on the end turn. One sec. Okay, I'll be back.
Kobo echoes klinka watok. Nemis av Cinderbrash harukak us binjar.
Okay, I have here the shield, which is huge, as you might be able to see, and I'm 6'3", 6'4", something like that, so it covers my entire torso. And then I also have a sword, and the thing about the sword, I'm a history nerd, but this is not, in fact, the type of sword they used. They used leaf blade swords. But I did get this right after seeing the movie 300. So it's the type of sword they had in the movie. So yeah, there you go. I'll just go ahead and put that there in case the need comes up for me to show it again. Okay, I'm back. Dope Aspis, thank you. I'm glad you guys are fans of the shield. Denmark weapon laws, including bladed ones, are really strict. That's some awesome swag. Thank you. So, I have always been... Oh, here, let's go back to the game. I've always been pretty... Not frugal, but I'll spend money on particular things. And I must have been 14 or 15 or something like that. And I saw that shield online, and it was like $350. And I'll get the Conclave Influence. And I bought it. And my, I think it was my stepmom was like, "Are you sure that's going to be worth it? Like, that's a lot of money." And I was like, "Yeah, it'll be fine." And it's been so worth it. I've been to Spartan a couple times for Halloween. The college I went to was San Jose State Spartans. So, of course, whenever I would have it around school, I would get lots of yells and cheers. So, yeah, great purchase. One of the few good decisions I made as a teenager. Okay. So now the battle with Karaz-a-Karak will begin in earnest. We've got Thorgrim Grudgebearer. Let's see how strong they are. There's only 2 settlements. I can actually get rid of Karaz-a-Karak right now. That's huge. Because if you look here in the victory conditions, I've already done this, so I'm like halfway to winning here. And then for the long one, which I'll probably go with, depending on how long it takes, Karaz-a-Karak needs to die, so that'd be huge. 350 for a Giga Shield sounds pretty cheap if you ask me. Is it wooden with bronze coating? I am actually not sure. I will look at it in the end turn again and see if I can determine what it's made out of. Because I didn't care what it was made out of, right? I just was like, this is the coolest thing that anyone has ever made. So of course I'm gonna buy it. Let's see. Does anything else need to happen? Get one of those, and now I'm totally broke. Something is damaged. It's not very nice. And yep, okay. End turn. A LARP Aspis and Foam and Latex costs $500 here. You could grab an actual replica for almost half. Yeah. Yeah, so the sword is hardened, I believe, carbon 14 steel. So it's an actual sword that is sharp. This, I don't think it's actual bronze. I think it's steel. But I don't know. It's been so long I don't remember. The handles here, these are leather. And there is padding on the inside, foam padding. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's made out of. I probably should, but I don't remember. It's been like 15 years. I'll add some more sneaky gets. Okay. Got a lot of stuff going on, but none of that matters if Thorgrim can die. Wow, auto-resolve. Okay. That is actually massive. The power of Karazakarak is broken, and all I have to do is just walk over and kill them. That's incredible. Your weight's dope as hell. Thank you. So yeah, when I get to playing Rome, which I'll probably do on stream, maybe I'll do like a Throwback Thursday type thing, play some older Total War games. I'm aware that it's Thursday right now, but I want to get through the Forge of the Chaos Dwarfs first. Yeah, the first faction I'll be playing will almost certainly be Sparta. Because, hell yeah. Infernal Barracks. Ooh, that'll be good. Can I make any sacrifices? No, no, no. Easiest dwarf civil war ever? Yes, seriously. There we go. We are Legion. So now, Infernal Guard and Infernal Ironsworn. I'm going to go ahead and... there you go. Max out on melee infantry. And let's make our melee infantry good. What do we want? Physical resistance, sundering attacks. And what's glittering scales? No, I think frenzy. There you go. Melee infantry is pretty good now. As for you, Cinderblast Shell, I mostly try to get the unique stuff first. For this guy, just benefit all of my hobgoblins. I can build something. Oh, it's time. It's time for the epic units. Okay, I can either get artillery or monsters. I'm gonna get Kadai because they just look so damn cool. The Kadai Destroyer, the tier 5, is probably my favorite unit that the Chaos Dwarfs have. They just look so sick. And if you haven't seen them, you're gonna. I don't know if it'll be today, but you are gonna see them for sure. So, Resolif, you haven't played any of the Total War Warhammer games? Because I know you said you were on Rome 2, which obviously came out before Total War Warhammer. Fallen in Love and Kadai Destroyer is its name? Yeah, okay. Alright, we're on the same page. That's what I'm talking about. Occupy is level 5. That feels good. That feels really good. Actually, that means I can get another thing to build Kadai Destroyers over here. We'll get that. And we'll get the movement range 1 for now. And we'll get rid of that. So let me just confirm. Is the Dwarven Civil War over? Yeah, it is. Karazakarak is dead. Fantastic. Okay. Drazhoath the Ashen. Let's... Wait a minute. Did I see that right? Minus 25% for increasing capacity of Kadai units. Plus 15% weapon strength and 15% physical units for Kadai units. Oh my god. Who's ready for the Kadai Doom stack? Played later games, not a whole lot, because you used to play random campaigns and random games. Gotcha. Makes complete sense. The only game that I've played, the only Total War game where I've played every faction is, I believe, Rome. Because I've done, and it's also the only one where I've done a complete map clear. I think I played every campaign in the original Rome, but not Rome Alexander. I did not do all of the expansion ones, because that wasn't out when I was playing that game. God damn, I just have no money. Okay, let's get rid of that. And skill points. Commandment, we'll do one of those. And, oh, let's fix the labor situation. Silver Road needs 600 labor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have enough money to do that. But I have that much money. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so we're now just about 2 hours in, 40 turns in, almost done with the short campaign victory. One of the 3 enemies for a long campaign victory is dead. I'm feeling really, really good about this campaign, especially versus the previous one, because I learned a lot about how Chaos Dwarfs work in the meantime. How'd you say that to Dual Gongo in my co-op campaign? Oh, you watched that one. Cool. Yeah, that was tough because in the first Rome, I think it's similar to this. The level of rebels increase with your faction strength, and so by the end you're getting like war elephant stacks just as random rebels. It was tough. Let's see. I want the Temple of Hashut, but I don't have the raw materials for it. This is minus 5% consumed. No, that's fine. Okay. Soon, Kadai Fireborn will be mine. There's an enemy army right here. That's just rebels. You've made no clear in Total War games. That's fine. I mean, you basically do it just to do it. Like, it doesn't... It's not hard, because once you're at the point where you can think about that, then you've already won, and it's just a lot of grinding battles. Alright, so Karak Kadrin needs to die. I think that's going to be my next project. Can I build Chaos Dwarf units? Ooh, I can build... Those are some sexy units I can build. Okay. Iron Demon, Skullcracker. What sick names? Okay, let's get rid of a couple of those. We'll get a Skullcracker and an Iron Demon, just because I've never built the units, so I'm going to see what they look like. Except Shoguns to follow the Samurai, because your allies are too effective. Oh, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. In the first Shogun game, there's a special... there's like a special campaign where you play as the Mongols, and you just pretend like, what if the Mongols had landed? And the victory condition for that is do a full map clear. But the Shogun 1 map is pretty small, so it doesn't take too long. And they give you just so many free armies that it's not really a concern. Okay. Labor is mostly good. Now we got a convoy dispatch. And I have so much in the way of armaments. I just need to get armaments out because I have so many. And I believe, before we end turn, that I got... yeah, minus 25 for increasing capacity of Kadai units. So that is what we're gonna do. Oh my god, look at that. Alright, we're gonna get a lot of Kadai Fireborn, and it's gonna be amazing. Shogun's map's relatively small too, 65 provinces. Okay, I haven't played a lot of Shogun 2. I do own it, but yeah, I just haven't played a lot of it. I suppose I can make my Kadai better. Devastating flanker? Okay, cool. I know I only have one Kadai Fireborn for now, but soon it will be the greatest. Dinner time now, so I'll have to drop off. Okay, cool. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I may still be streaming. Probably not. Well, I don't know. Depends how quickly you eat dinner. I'll probably be streaming for like another half an hour to an hour, something like that. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. And of course, this will be up as a VOD, so you'll be able to see the rest of it later. This guy's name is Gad. What a name. Unfortunately, that's way on the other side of the map. I do have... Let me see. I think I have the money for a second army. Let me see how scary Gad is. Because I can just see his army. That's not scary. And I have regiments of renown and all that, so I'll be able to pretty immediately respond when the time comes. Gun bad. I think more money is better. See you later, maybe. Alright, see ya. Yeah, I guess we'll do... Oh, that takes raw materials. Next turn, we'll definitely have enough for that. And... Man, is that really my whole turn? That's a quick one. It says I have -1 viewers right now, and I have no idea how that would be possible. There's an imaginary person, an imaginary square root person. I don't know. Alright, new tier of seats in the Tower of Tsar. That's good to know. I'm not going to bother with that. Summon a unit of Kadai Fireborn. That's pretty good. Unit capacity +1 every 4 turns for a randomly chosen Bull Centaur, Kadai, or Flying Monsters unit. That's pretty good. Construction time -1 for all buildings. I think we'll do that. No. This is a tough one. Bombardment is good, but I already have Dreadquake battery for the most part. I'm gonna do the Conclave Influence one, because I want to use my influence to get more influence. And now I should be able to get the Temple of Hashut. There we go. And before that, there we go. This province is pretty well defended, so I can move Drazhoath out next turn. Although he says like Drazhoath, something like that. But I'm still saying Drazhoath because that's what it looks like to me. And I'm American, we don't say things right. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I am so excited to get those Kadai units. Unbreakable, that's pretty good, and missile resistance. That'll be good when I get the bigger Kadai, but it's fine for now. Alright. We have another war declared on us from the south. So, let's see. I have two options. I can move Drazhoath down and absolutely crush this. Or I can build a second army and move Drazhoath up to deal with Grimgor's Ardboys. I think I'll just move Drazhoath down. Yeah. Because I think I'm fine on money, but I might as well not spend money if I don't have to. What is this? Ooh, more armaments. Yeah. Like I'm fine on money, but I'm not like amazing on money. So I would like to avoid, I know they don't have supply lines, but just upkeep in general, I'd rather not. And we really do not have the best labor situation. And there's nothing to fight around here. I killed this so quickly. All of this stuff is just ruins. So it's Skaven. I could fight it, but there's really no point. What do you want, Kogath? Okay, I'll give you military access. Go kill the caravan of blue roses for me, would you? Alright, it's turn 49. Silver Road. Can I get one of these? I can. That's good. That's a really nice global bonus from that unique building. And that just takes raw materials, so we can get that, we can get that. Can't do that one. I do want to get the marble quarry, so I'm not going to build a fence there. I could go hobgoblins. Sure, why not? And here, I'm going to save my armaments, I think. Well, no, I'll get that, because that'll give me a hero. I really don't have any heroes right now. Let's check the tower. I have 250 influence. Oh, definitely -1 for all buildings. -1 construction time. That's really, really strong. Greasus? Wow, okay. So everybody on that side of the map is just asking for an ass kicking. No problem. I am happy to oblige. And this is good, actually, because now I can fight all the way up here, and that'll lead me to Grimgor. Okay, hero capacity +1 for Demon Smith Sorcerer, which is good. And now it's time. Well, hold on. What can I build in this area? I could build Bull Centaurs, which seems good. I'll have those guys join the stack after this. And can I build... I can build Bull Centaur renders, but I'd have to wait a turn. And I'd rather not. I just got the Everlasting Glacier. That's pretty cool. What does that do? +10 range for that. And ooh, I can only pick one. Let's see. +10% range for Lore of Hashut and Spell Mastery. And this is Frostbite and Physical Resistance. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. You can have some good stuff. You can have one good thing. Already got a weapon. You can have a weapon. You can have a weapon. Okay. Only one of them is going to get training because it doesn't stack. And it looks like my convoy just finished. And I have a lot of money. And I think I want a lot of labor. There, that's a good sized convoy. And now it's time to build more stuff. Finally. Holy shit, that's been like the whole game I've been looking at that. And I could get more room for Kadai. Which I will, because they're fucking awesome. Forge Fire, -15 armor. That's sick. Yep, that should be the end of that turn. Okay. So now I don't want to get rid of ranged units really. I'll get rid of one of each, I suppose. I want to get my heroes in here. I moved the wrong way, which is not the best. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know that I want to wait around. Actually, I will. Let's get some good units going on. The labor situation is rough, but I do want my army to be nice and strong. Let's see, Silver Road. I'm trying to prioritize well-developed provinces and can't build anything else. I can get another Tower of Jar spot. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like all the in-battle ability ones. They're really, really strong. Okay, next turn. Okay, and now he has to wait. Absolutely, I want to get a higher tier building and more unique resources. Yep. That is increasing my labor requirements, but once I get into all this fighting, labor is not going to be an issue. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I will see you next time.